Jake a professional delusional.
Jake Paul just took a massive hit. Not in the ring, but in real life. After calling off his fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, the boxing world erupted, and Tank came after him with pure fury. What was meant to be Jake's biggest moment has become his most humiliating fall yet.
Because you have someone that we come from two different sides, like, of the world. We still on the same path to get the same thing.
This fight was supposed to be massive. Just 2 weeks out, and the hype around Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis was everywhere. It wasn't just another boxing match. It was chaos and curiosity colliding. Billboards lit up cities, interviews dropped nonstop, and social media couldn't look away. Jake Paul, the YouTuber turned showman, was stepping in against an undefeated world champion. It was boxing's biggest crossover moment, until it all started to fall apart.
But take out them hands.
From the outside, everything looked perfect, but behind the cameras, something felt off. Jake's energy had shifted. The loud confidence was gone. No trash talk, no late-night tweets, no wild knockout talk. Just quiet training clips and careful captions. Fans started to sense something was wrong. Even insiders whispered his sparring sessions weren't going well. The hype was still alive, but the belief was fading.
One of the most feared punchers in the sport of boxing. He's got a 93% knockout percentage. That's one of the best among current world.
Then came the bombshell. Just yesterday, Jake Paul's team dropped a cold, short statement. Due to underlying issues, the event will not move forward. That was it. No details, no follow-up, nothing. Months of build-up vanished overnight. Fans were furious. Theories exploded online. What kind of underlying issues? An injury? A contract dispute? Or was Jake backing out before stepping into a storm he couldn't handle?
I believe that he was making the money he says he's making. Showtime Boxing wouldn't have gone out of business, and Showtime would have made sure.
Because let's be real, Gervonta Davis isn't some retired MMA fighter chasing a paycheck. He's 29-0 with 27 knockouts and a reputation for ending careers. Jake Paul built his rise on names, not danger. Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, Nate Diaz, all tough, but none active boxers in their prime. And this was only the second time Jake was set to face a real boxer. The first one didn't happen either.
He has made a significant impact on the sport of boxing. He has certainly brought new eyes to the sport. He's done so much in uplifting women's boxing.
That's why the cancellation felt a little too convenient. Jake's team blamed underlying issues, but leaks started surfacing fast, and they weren't pretty. Turns out, the Georgia State Athletic Commission never approved the fight. The reason? A massive weight gap. Officials called it a safety concern. And even worse, ridiculous. Rick Thompson, the commission's chairman, didn't hold back. "This is the dumbest thing we've ever heard," he told reporters. "It's a money grab, and they've been promoting something they shouldn't have." That quote alone sent shockwaves through boxing. If the state's own chairman was calling it a scam, was this fight ever real?
I never let myself go there. You know, I'm a fierce.
Without a permit, the fight couldn't legally happen. Not in Atlanta, not anywhere under commission rules. And Jake's team knew it. They'd been warned weeks earlier. But instead of fixing it, they kept pushing the hype. Tickets dropped, interviews rolled out, and the illusion of confidence stayed alive until the truth hit. Fans felt duped. One comment said it best. "They sold us a dream that was never real." For months, Jake's followers believed he'd step in with one of boxing's deadliest punchers. Now it looked like he was stepping away, not because of logistics, but because of fear. And honestly, who could blame him?
Jake fought a guy who was his age and who was also considered a boxer, and he lost.
Facing Gervonta Davis isn't entertainment, it's risk. Tank doesn't just win, he destroys. Every fight ends with a statement, a knockout, a highlight that echoes for years. Jake might talk like a fighter, but Gervonta fights like one. The weight excuse fooled no one. Jake saw the numbers, the stats, the knockouts, and realized this wasn't the show he wanted to headline. The timing made it worse. 2 weeks before fight night, press tours were booked, sponsors locked in, millions on the line. Now, everything was dust. Worse, Jake's credibility hung by a thread. Fans began to wonder if the problem child was really just a performer, brave only when the lights were safe.
They called Gervonta Davis the tank for a reason. He only needs one shot to end the entire night.
Davis, back straight up, down goes.
Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis wasn't staying quiet. He's not the type to take disrespect sitting down. Sources say Tank's team reached out to Jake's camp days before the cancellation and got silence. Then came the announcement, and Gervonta exploded online. He called Jake out publicly. "You talk like a lion, but you run like a mouse." At that point, it wasn't business anymore. It was personal.
Great event. Every time I fight is fireworks. Boxing wins come November the 14th. We just giving boxing what it needs, and that's excitement.
For Gervonta, this was more than a show. He trained for weeks, cut weight, and sacrificed time, only for the other side to fold. He had every right to be furious. And the boxing world felt it too. The frustration, the disappointment, the sense that something real was stolen before it even began.
So if you can keep fighting fucking 50-something-year-old.
Let's be real. Jake Paul built his career by picking the right enemies. Not the hardest ones, just the ones that made headlines. He's mastered the art of the safe storm. Retired MMA fighters, ex-champions past their prime, and influencers with soft jabs. Jake's empire was built on men who'd already fought their wars. But Gervonta Tank Davis? That's no YouTuber moment. That's a nightmare.
He has knocked out 28 of the 31 opponents he has faced over the last 4 years. He's broken numerous live gates in multiple cities.
Tank isn't the guy you pick for a viral clip. He's the guy you pick if you're ready for pain. With 29 wins, 27 knockouts, and the kind of power that makes opponents rethink their careers, Tank doesn't just drop people, he erases them. So when Jake signed a deal, the world was stunned. He's really doing it. He's fighting Tank. Even Jake's most loyal fans felt uneasy, and apparently, so did he. The closer fight night got, the quieter he became. The online bravado vanished. The "I'm built different" swagger was gone. It was like watching a lion realize he'd stepped into a tiger's cage. Then the whispers started. Insiders claimed Jake wasn't looking sharp in sparring. One source said, "Man, he got tagged and his eyes went blank." Another claimed he was getting dropped by mid-level guys. The rumors spread fast. Jake Paul, the self-proclaimed knockout artist, was struggling just to survive camp.
He's putting his legacy on the line in a much bigger fight, proving to the world this man has absolutely no fear.
And honestly, it made sense. Gervonta Davis doesn't play. He lives and breathes boxing. He's built his name on breaking ribs, ending careers, and humbling egos. Sparring with him isn't training, it's punishment. Jake wasn't built for that kind of fire, and deep down he knew it. This wasn't YouTube boxing anymore. This was survival.